Let's do some tabby weaving. Tabby weaving is a fancy word for plain weaving. It's the same weaving that you did when you were a little kid and you wove with paper, or it's just the plain over under weaving. I am using, this is an upholstery needle. It's sharp on the end. It works well for me because I don't have to, go through, pull the yarn up halfway and then go back in and continue the row with a smaller needle. But, smaller needles work just fine. I just prefer this because it makes the process a little bit quicker for me. What I want to do to start this stitch off with, all right, I always start on the left. That's just me. We read from left to right, so I'm very comfortable starting on the left. It doesn't really matter what side you start on. A lot of times right-handed people will start on the right and left on the left. I've just always started on the left. So every piece that I do starts on the left. So I got a popsicle stick. You can get a ruler, and you don't have to use this at all. I'll pull it out in a minute and show you that you don't even need it at all. But this just, okay, so when you flip this up on its side, it creates a shed that makes it really quick. It makes the weaving of the row going this way are really quick. So when you are on the opposite side, then you do your over, under, over, under, over, under. You turn up and you come back all the way through. Okay, so you really are over, under on one side, and on the other side you're just passing that needle through, and it just makes weaving a bit quicker. And so if I'm going to start on the left hand side, I put the stick, okay, I go under the first, over, under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over, just like that, okay? So on the left side, I'm starting under the string. For my first stitch, to start this first row, I'm actually going to go under 4 of my strings and come up, okay? Because I want my tail to be on the back side of this without having to weave it in. I don't want to have to weave this tail in. It would be just as easy to start here on the end and then weave the tail in when you take it off the loom, but my least favorite part is weaving the tails in. So I kind of like to start in the middle there and just leave it there. It already is there. All I'm going to have to do is, secure it when we're done. So I'm going to treat this area, this space where I just went up through, as the end of the piece for this row, if that makes any sense at all. Just watch what I'm doing. All right, I've turned up my shed. Here I am. I need to just do the next, I've turned that up just like that. I hope I'm making sense. I am. So see, look. There, all I'm doing, done. That row is done. I'm going to push that down, okay? So did you see that? Did you see what I did so that I didn't have to weave that tail in? All right, let me pull this out. Maybe that'll make it less confusing there, okay? I'm going to pull it back out, and I'm going to do that again. I'm going to go under 4 strings. Under. So if I'm under this string here, okay? I'm going to push that back to the back. So I'm under here, I've got to go over this one. So if I'm under this one, over this one, under, over, under, over, under, over, over, just like that, okay? Easy. All right. I'm going to push it down right there. Okay. Now it's time to go back this way. So when you're weaving and you're doing rows of weaving, one complete pass is a row going this way and a row coming back this way. So this is one way, this is going this way, we're going to come back this way, and I'm over here, so I'm going under, All right, all the way across, picking up every other string and going under it. All right, so here I am. Going to pull it through. I want to make sure that I'm not pulling too hard. Look what happens when I pull too hard. See how that selvage edge starts to go in? You don't need to pull so hard, okay? And one way to make sure that you don't is if you, once you weave over, you leave a little bubble like that. And I'm going to use a fork, but you leave a little bubble like that, and then you, okay, and then you push it down, okay? See how that's not tugging on any edges, all right? Now I'm going back. I'm under this one, so I need to go over it. Under, over. There we go, just like that, okay? I mean, easy. I don't think anybody that's watching this, you know, I think you've probably all done this. This is the easy part of it, okay? I'm going to bubble like that. So there's my bubble, and then I'm going to grab my fork and I push down, okay? Super simple. And don't worry, you know, if you've got a little hangover here, it's all good. You're learning, okay? I could pull that and get rid of that, but I'm not gonna, because I know that it's gonna go away. Okay, so here we go. All right, I'm gonna weave back this way. I just did one complete pass. So one complete pass is this way and then back this way. That's one whole, it actually creates 2 rows, but it's one complete pass. All right, here we go. All right, I'm going to leave my bubble. I'm going to push it down. There we go. All right, so this next row, I'm going to put this popsicle stick back in so you can see what I'm talking about. All right, my next row, I need to go over. So I need to pull up, all right, all the string, all the warp threads that I'm going to go under, okay? I'm going to weave that popsicle stick just as if it were this piece of yarn. All right, I'm going to turn it up and I'm going to create that little shed. You know, it's kind of like that little, I always talk about it when it's called a shed. It's like the little shed that the animals hide up under when I'm teaching the kids. All right, so now look how easy that is. It goes right in there. I'm going to turn it down. I'm going to just sort of hold on to that little end string right there, and I'm pulling. You see I'm not tugging on anything. I'm going to push it down. Okay, I'm going to go back the other way. I'm on the top. I need to go under it now. Under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over. There you go. So what I'm going to do is leave you to it. I would weave at least 4 complete passes. So that's going to be 8 rows, 8 single rows, 4 complete passes. So 1 pass, 2, 3, 4, just like that. And I will meet you in the next video where we will learn how to tie raya knots. So like I said, I'd do 4 complete passes. You do as many as you want. You may just want to create a whole sampler, like of each stitch that I do. Like maybe you want to do a square that's all tabby. Go for it. I'm just kind of putting them all together. So, all right, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.